What's up, Starcraft fans? Today we're doing the tier list for off-mines and miners on Minor Evac. Brian, let's read the mutation.
Minor Evac is the map where we have to fight our way to the evac ships and defend them from the infested as they launch. We have to successfully defend 5 ships to win. On brutal difficulty, we lose the game if we lose more than 1 ship. Widow mines, spider mines, and mag mines are pre-deployed at the start of the game. Each one does massive damage, but only widow mines replenish their shots. Missile commands fly in from the edges of the map and target your buildings.
Alright, so we have Twotuuu and Sticksbender in the call with us today. How are you guys?
Good. Alright.
Alright.
Yeah.
So, Sticksbender, how will we rank the commanders this week?
Okay, so the problem for this mutation can kind of be broken down to 2 parts. One, you have to clear the mines out, which is obviously important, especially since when the ships actually activate, they will be hit by the mines, so they will explode very quickly if you haven't cleared them out yet.
And painfully.
The 2, you need to worry about missiles command, which some commanders just don't even know how to cope with that at all, so obviously they're not going to do very well.
Very true. How about you, Twotuuu?
Well, Minesweeper, Mag-Nificent make the mission slow down, like the clearing process, extremely slow. The good thing is you can sacrifice the first ship, and that'll buy you like 5. That'll buy you a lot of time, actually.
A lot of time.
But you have to make sure that there are no mines near the subs to the next ships, because if there are, then your ship is gonna die.
Okay, so
yeah.
how do
You
we...
also have to remember that if you have lost the first ship, then you're going to need to make sure you're actually manually launching ships later, because if you let ships auto-launch at their automatic time, the last 2 ships will launch in rapid succession, as in the same time that the second to last ship finishes launching.
Kind of.
The
Yeah.
ship
The last one
finishes
will
its
start.
countdown.
So
Like,
how...
it finishes the countdown and actually starts, which means it'll explode if you haven't fully cleared it out.
So how do we rank them?
Ability to clear mines coupled with being able to shoot down missiles.
Yeah, how about you,
Yeah,
Twotuuu?
pretty much. It's if you can clear out the mines, and it's basically you have to have both mine defense plus missile defense.
All right.
To be good.
That makes sense. Let's begin. Abathur, where do we have him?
Abathur, man, he's a lot worse at this than I thought. I thought he would be pretty good. He's not really afraid of nukes, because you can just make you can deep tunnel Brutalist, and the symbiotes plus the Brutalist attack and kill the nukes. But then Abathur's really bad against Minesweeper, because if you try to like use Toxic Nest to kill mines, if they're alone, sure, but if there are mag mines, then your Toxic Nest will get triggered first, and then otherwise, what else are you gonna do? You're gonna use like Swarm Host or something. Your mag mines slow down your Minesweeper clearing, and Minesweepers, he's already bad at it.
Yeah.
So once you get past that part, it's okay. So I put him in C.
How about you, Sticksbender?
Yeah, his mine clearing isn't the fastest, and more importantly, his missile shooting down, he does need to do the manual Brutalist for shooting down the nukes, and even for without nukes, as the mission goes on, you're going to need a lot of defenses, so he's pretty meh here, so C makes sense.
Yeah, I also had him in C. Unanimous. Alarak, where do we have him?
Alarak shouldn't be too bad at all. Basically, he has a very early detection from literally the gateway, only needs a 7A score. And if you use P3 Alarak, which you definitely should, actually you pretty much need, then he can just have a whole bunch of Void Rays sitting at home to defend against the missiles. Alarak himself is extremely good at defending ships once you've actually cleared them out. He can hit the mines without detection with Destructive Wave, but you should really just have
Detection.
a sentry and some stalkers out by the time Alarak pops out, and then use the stalkers and sentries to clear, or a mothership plus sentry. Just a Havoc plus your mothership will clear out quite effectively all the mines. Just make sure you don't get hit by too many mag mines.
Yeah.
8 here, I would think.
How about you, Twotuuu?
The Havocs, they sometimes get killed. Like if you're trying to dodge mag mines while you're trying, if you're trying to dodge mag mines, and then or a Widow mine shoots the mothership and the Havoc is right under it, the Havoc dies. That happened when I was doing Explosive Hunt, which was a really, really annoying.
Very annoying one.
So you want to not let that happen if possible. I guess if you're extremely careful, it's all right. But if you're not, then you're gonna, like, if your mothership gets hit too many times, then you're gonna have very little clearing power. Mothership is best at clearing. Alarak's destruction wave is okay, but it's not the best. Once you get past that part, then it's just patrolling destroyers against missiles, and then the rest of the destroyers can be used at the ships to defend.
Yeah.
So I put him in B.
Okay, so are you okay with B, Sticksbender?
Feels a little low to me, especially considering the mothership with a Havoc under it has 9 range and a Widow Mine has 5. I don't know. I feel like Alarak has a really easy time actually defending the ships.
The mothership does have 9 range, yes, but it doesn't shoot all of the groups in all of the mines in the cluster. It doesn't have a broad attack. It has a long attack. Also, Alarak tends to like charging forward and then dying.
It's like a pretty hefty control requirement to do this. I think
Yeah.
like if you're not too careful, then you're gonna like lose a lot more than you should.
Pretty much.
I think B is a good compromise because I personally had him in C. So I think B is a good compromise.
Yeah, you're kidding yourself if you think he's C. B's fine, yeah.
All right, let's put him in B. Arcturus, where do we have him?
He's good against the missiles. He's really good against the missiles. He's really bad at clearing mines. He's extremely bad at clearing mines. Like ESOs are not reliable and they're really slow.
Yes.
And you can sacrifice like drop units to clear mag mines, I guess. But I don't know if that's like it's resource intensive. So yeah, of course later on if you use P1 you can use contaminated strike on mines, and that's more reliable because you can cover the whole area.
Yeah.
But early on he's kind of slow. With that said though, once you clear all the mines and you get to ship defense, his ship defense is really good, and it's like you just kind of sit there and let the ESOs shoot the next area or the same area where you're defending. So I put him in A, but I don't have a problem with B.
How about you, Sticksbender?
Yeah, I definitely put him in A. I'm not sure why we're saying that Earth Split ordinances are not able to clear the mines, but then Contaminated Strike is. Even though the Contaminated Strike is damage over time.
The Earth Splitters have a large spread of attacks, and
they're unreliable.
Yeah,
the spread is the same as Contaminated Strike.
The difference though is that with Contaminated Strike, all of your Earth Splitters will shoot rather than just some of them, unless you target all of them in that spot.
If you're placing all your Earth Splitters at the expansion, they can reach pretty much the entire map.
So are you saying that they are not bad at clearing mines?
Pretty much.
There's one more thing, which is you think you have cleared everything, but then because ESOs miss something, then you lose like a bunch of units because you thought it was clear.
Well, in that case, I don't think even the Contaminated Strike will fix that.
Yes,
I'm not saying Contaminated Strike is good.
The thing that fixes that is the fact that you have like one of the longest vision radius detectors in the entire game, so you can see the mines.
Yeah. So I also had an A, by the way. We're just having this discussion because we like talking. we're pretty much unanimous with A.
A is fine.
All right.
Basically.
We're still recommending Merchant of Death, right?
ESO is good. Just use your witness to double check that there are, in fact, no mines.
I would use P1.
Oh,
P3.
Toxic Tyrant. Okay, that works too. Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Using ESOs to clear mines.
That makes sense.
Not only that, I would avoid P3 because I wanted visible medevacs to clear out the mag mines.
Okay, that makes sense. All right, let's have him.
Because remember the mag mines. The mag mines will go after cloaked units, but
even
there's
super
very
cloaked
thin
units.
detection. There is very thin detection on this map, so if you just blow up the detectors with ESOs and then fly a medevac around, even if you missed mines or whatever, they're not going to hit the medevac, so you could just clear out all the mag mines. Even if you missed widow mines, they won't hit you because you're cloaked. Only the mag mines go after you.
Yes. All right. That's a very long way to just agree on A. Let's move on. Artanis, where do we have him?
Artanis has observers. This is important.
Very important.
Everyone who has observers is going to be happy about that because observers get to again do the thing before. They get to trigger mag mines while not being shot at by widow mines unless there's a detector. And because the infested have separate detection from Amon, the mines need him to actually have a detector from an attack wave there, not just detectors from the infested.
Yes.
So, yeah, the observers are great. Dragoons have 8 range, assuming you get the range upgrade, compared to the 5 range of mines. So that's really helpful.
It's quite convenient.
Artanis is not very good at this map, just as a map, but He's decent at mine clearing. Unfortunately, he can't shoot down missiles, so all that was kind of pointless to talk about
Yeah.
what he's good at, because there's the thing that he's bad at, so bad at that he's like
And
D
is-
or maybe E.
That's unfortunate. Else happened D, by the way. How about you, Twotuuu?
So one of the things Artanis usually does on this map, normally, is to place cyber cores in front of the ships. But if you do that, you only attract nukes and other missiles. So you actually sometimes might bring a nuke to the ship and blow up all your stuff. And because Artanis sucks at shooting down nukes, you're gonna bring a nuke and not be able to kill it sometimes because you're so busy shooting down other stuff. Missile command is such a big thing here because if you lose all your buildings, it's game over. Even if your ally can defend, unless your ally defends for you, which means they're
carrying you. Yeah.
Yeah. So Artanis, he's okay. His mine clearing, mag mine clearing is good. His Minesweeper mine clearing is pretty good, but like not great. And his missile clearing is non-existent. It's like terrible. So I put him in E. I almost put him in F, but I don't think he's that. I think having Guardian Shell at least is something.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking too.
Okay, so Sticksbender, are you agreeable with E? Because I had him in D, so I'm the nice guy this time.
Yeah, no. You do not understand missile command.
I do. I just the way I rank my commanders is if you can deal. There are 3 jobs in this mutation. You defend the ships, you clear the mines, and you shoot down the missiles. If you can do 1, you're C. If you can do 2, you're B. If you can do 3, you're A. If you can do all of them, you're S. Or you can do all of them. If you can excel at all of them, you're S. I didn't factor in like E and F, so the lowest was pretty much D for me. So that's I didn't put him in E not because I didn't think he was bad. I put him in E. I didn't put him in E because he didn't put anyone in E. That's the long and short of it.
Yeah, honestly, the only reason I said D or E instead of just saying outright E is because the default template for the tier list doesn't actually have an E by default in it, so I have to create an E if we put anyone in E.
All right, let's put him in E.
We're creating
then.
an E.
All right, we're creating an E this time. I'm the nice guy. Let it be known. I was the nice guy this time. Fenix, where do we have him?
Phoenix. So you're not going to want to use P2 here, to be clear. Keldahl's not exactly known for being that good at killing mines. You could use P3. Then you can have literally 0 mineral Keldahlus to clear mines, which is certainly a thing, but that's going to be a lot of production to keep up with that. But the big advantage of P3 is that you actually have a functional army, and that army is probably going to be Colossi. Maybe a bunch of adepts, maybe, with Colossi. You
Also
can
conservators.
defend missiles, but it costs you supply. He has observers, which is good, although he doesn't have a top bar which can, take advantage of that vision so good. I mean, he can summon the Phoenix suits. So he has observers is good, but his mine clearing is okay. It's not good, but there's definitely worse.
There's definitely
His
worse.
missile defense is actually, he has hit scan, but it does cost supply, so you're going to have that eating into your supply a little bit. And his ship defense is fine. He has Colossi. Colossi are, in fact, really good against the infested, and he has adepts, which are very good against the infested banshees, assuming you can actually, get on top of them, which the only reason you wouldn't be able to is basically the hybrid and aberrations that are in your face, so add some immortals to your ship defense.
Wait, when we're talking about missile defense, are we talking about carriers?
Probably carriers, yes. You can also use sentries early on and before you get to carriers, or you can just use sentries outright, but carriers are more supply efficient, and I would say you want to get supply efficiency here as Phoenix is the main concern. The main concern of Phoenix is you need a lot of supply because you need an army to defend the ship, and you need units that cost supply to defend the missiles.
All right, so where do you have him?
But he is decent at all 3 jobs.
So where do you have him?
Probably C.
Okay, how about you, Twotuuu?
I thought he was not decent at these jobs. He's ship defense, he's all right, but like missile defense, he's not really good. And then
Acceptable.
unless you're on top of like nuke, like you just summon the dragoon suit and press use the anti-air on the nuke, and that's for the rest of the stuff you just like let the missiles hit buildings or
hit scan.
Hopefully your cannons hit something, or you just make lots of stargates and they can absorb lots of damage. Or if you mass carriers, then it's like it's hard to know exactly how many carriers you need, because if you overmake them, then you don't have enough supply elsewhere.
Yes.
If you undermake them, then you're not doing enough to clear. You're not doing enough. Yeah, like you don't have enough to clear missiles.
Yes.
So the balance is hard to get. For mine clearing, you're pretty much using colossi to clear mines, but then if you have to pre-clear the mag mines with observers first.
Yes.
So it's kind of slow. I guess that's okay. I put him in D because I don't think he's that good.
It's kind of low. What do you think, Sticksbender? Is D okay?
I think his missile defense is distinctly better than the people below C right now. It only takes like 5 carriers in your main base, and you basically dealt with the missile problem. Maybe like 1 or 2 in the expansion in case a nuke decides to go for your
So
expansion.
it's a specific
but as we established,
number.
you can drop the Phoenix suit.
It's a specific number of carriers, which you gotta know if you.
I don't. Well, the thing is, I don't know it entirely. I haven't really played that much recently of Phoenix against Missile Command, but I'd estimate around 5 carriers. 5-ish. If you make like too many, and the reality is Colossi and Adepts are really capable of defending the ship. As long as you have a conservator at the ship,
that's true.
Like you can patch up a supply efficiency problem with Warp Gate. That's kind of what Protoss has been doing for years now.
Yes.
That's like the whole thing at Warp Gate, to make up for the fact that supply efficiency wise Protoss is not great. So you just summon another army as soon as your army starts dying.
Don't lose your Colossus because you don't want them to walk through the infested to get back to the center of your army.
Yes.
That means you gotta shoot down the Banshees. You gotta make sure that the Volta infested don't reach your lines.
I mean, the Banshees are going to be the volatile infested die to Colossi, and the Banshees are going to be aggroed onto the thing that shoots up, which is the Adepts. So.
All right. So, are you okay with C, Twotuuu?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, that's
perfect.
Fine. I don't think he's bad.
Perfect. Ends up being a unanimous C. I also had him in C. Hot Horner, where do we have him?
Oh, that's me. Han and Horner. Against nukes, your best bet is actually just you fly Reapers when they get close. That's the best one, because your carriers, like if you have too many carrier gallons at home, you don't have any on the field. And if you don't have any on the field, you're not gonna have ground presence. Clearing mines is a pain. Like mag mines easy. Clearing regular like the Widow mines, you have to know where they are, and you have to
target them.
Like slowly move your Ravens and find them and then shoot them down. It's ship defense is not good. You can't eBay wall your ship defense. As I use P1 and then one galleon at each base and then 3 at the ships, and just dropping lots of Hellbats and stalling. It was difficult. It's difficult to keep track because like you have to pay attention to the mini map, because if a nuke comes, you need different control groups for different Reapers to fly. You don't want to fly all your Reapers at the same time.
That sounds very.
And then you have to like have idle SCVs repairing, because they're Terran, so they're not terrible, but they're worse. They're the worst Terran.
Letter.
They can still repair. I put them in D.
D. How about you, Sticksbender?
Hectic.
That sounds about right. That. I don't think that they're particularly good. Yeah.
But not at Artanis level. So there we go. Put him in D. Karax, where do we have him?
Yeah. I could see them as low as E. I just don't really know Han and Horner well enough to confidently say that, so D is fine.
All right. Karax, where do we have him?
Karax is good. So you have observers. You can clear mines with top bar. Remember that if you get the fire upgrade on Solar Lance, then the fire will just
stick
all
around
the mines. The fire does 600 damage. The mines do not have 600 HP. And the fire, fun fact, the actual fire area is wider than the actual Solar Lance area.
Yeah.
So it's wide. It will clear a lot of mines.
Yeah. So letter.
And that's basically strong mine clearing, strong ship defense, literally Karax, cannons, Colossi, and all that.
Colossus, missiles.
S tier for Karax.
Okay, how about you, Twotuuu?
You can, your cannons, you have repair beam, that's really good.
Yeah.
Your cannons, even if you like cannon push to like clear mines for some reason, if you for some reason do that, your cannons will still, if since they'll be near a ship, they're gonna help you defend in a way. Later on, you can add colossi. I added colossi to like add AOE damage, but I don't know if it was even necessary. Yeah, I put him in S.
All right. Both of you I had him in A, but both of you had an S, so let's put him in S. Kerrigan, where do we have him?
Kerrigan. Oh man.
Oh, by the way, which prestige for Karax? Third one, right?
Third one.
Yeah. Kerrigan.
Third one. Kerrigan, she has immobilization wave. So when you get to 10 minutes, you mines are just like mag mines are just gone. Not mag mines. The Minesweeper mines are just gone.
Yes.
I like using P1 for missile command, but some people like to do the P2 or P3 spamming worms. That's fine. I don't like, but that requires you to like follow nukes and go back and manually kill them. Otherwise, the nukes might target something that's not an Omega worm. I use P1 and patrol Hydras at my bases, and that will shoot down almost all the missiles. Although if you don't have enough, then you lose your natural or something. But by the time the missiles come to the natural, then you probably, I mean, if by the time your natural dies, you probably have, it's probably like 15-20 minutes already, and you don't need to rebuild it. Lurkers, I use Hydra Lurker. It's fine. Hydra Lurker with P1 is really strong.
Yeah.
I put her in A, but if there, I don't, not S, but not a strong A.
All right. How about you, Sticksbender?
Kind of surprised about the A, given that it's like a bit sketchy, her missile defense, and a bit like slow getting online, her mine clearing, since she's, waiting for Kerrigan to come out, and then if you're using P1, you're waiting until a mobilization wave, kind of. I would have thought she's probably B, but yeah, she's not bad. She's definitely not bad.
For what it's worth, I do have her in B. For the previous same reason. Good against
I
the map, good against the mines, missiles.
I think honestly, if Alarak is B, Kerrigan's in B, because I think that like Alarak has certain things he's definitely stronger than Kerrigan, and then he has ways where he's weaker than Kerrigan.
Yeah.
I think they're pretty on par with each
Twotuuu
other.
said not a solid A anyway, so are you okay with B, Twotuuu?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
There we go. Turns out we all agree on B. Nova, where do we have him?
Gee, this is gonna be tough. Oh man, someone who has a super cloaked unit that can walk around pulling mag mines while being untargetable, and then can also place sabotage drones to destroy entire mine clusters for the spider mines, the widow mines, all at once.
Also has
and
hit
by
scan.
the way, has hit scan units who could just sit at
Also
home
repair.
and can repair.
Where do we have him? I wonder where.
Wow, what a mystery. And has siege tanks, which are known for their ability to kill infested or liberators.
And Ravens with turrets.
Obviously, she goes in S. Yeah, Nova is really good here.
All right. How about you, Twotuuu?
I used P1, and I like, it's similar to Kerrigan, where I just patrol Marines to kill. I patrol Marines to kill
missiles.
The missiles, and then I summon ghosts and the few liberators and tanks that I have for defense, and it's pretty good. The mine clearing is just basically blink, blink, blink. You can sabotage drone to like kill the whatever, like kill a cluster and then blink around and shoot the rest. I like having the assault suit. I forgot
it's good for the
P3. I don't like using P3 on infest, like on this map, because you want something against
the penetrating blast is good against an infested.
Yeah, but still, S. I don't know if it's. Well, I didn't consider P3 though.
I think even without P3,
you can also use Ravens to shoot down nukes. Use a Seeker missile and a nuke dies. It bypasses PVD, so that's good.
So if you don't agree, I had Nova in S by the way, but if you don't agree, it's not unanimous. Therefore, it's not S.
I just didn't consider. I don't necessarily disagree. I'm just thinking, is it really that good? I'm just thinking right now, is it really that good? Because you just walk around, you clear all the mines, and you have, okay, I can see that. Yeah.
All right, Nova in S tier. There we go. Raynor, where do I have him?
Raynor, he's good against missile command. He's decent against the map. He sucks against mine clearing. Like clearing Minesweeper mines, he's terrible.
Yeah.
Plus, if you use Banshees, you summon them somewhere, but there are mag mines that might hit them. So you gotta like pre-clear mag mines by sacrificing dudes. I don't think
can
he's
dodge
terrible
with
though,
mag
because
mines.
he has great missile command defense. So
Yeah.
you don't need to spend a lot of money, and you don't have to worry about nukes at all.
Yeah.
Um,
So where do you have
I
him?
put him in B. I put him in B.
Nice. How about you, Sticksbender?
Yeah, basically, essentially, the problem that everyone needs to remember as being the main source of issues you will find with Jimmy. Your Marines don't outrange Widow Mines. They outrange Spider Mines. They don't outrange Widow Mines. That sucks.
That very much sucks.
So his mine clearing is indeed utterly awful.
Oh well.
You're gonna need to make some kind of tech unit to clear mines, even if it's Marauders. You need something, and then you need detection. And if you scan the mines, they have 200 hit points. Those Widow Mines, well,
180, but yeah,
close
a
enough
lot.
to 200.
A lot of health.
You're not gonna be able to clear the whole mine cluster in the duration of a scan, are you? Like,
Even when you
it's
have the Banshee
Hey.
splash, it's still not enough.
yeah.
But that's
like,
pretty much his
Banshees
only
are your
weakness.
best option.
That's pretty much his only
Yeah,
weakness.
it's pretty much It's literally just a case of
His one
I
Achilles
can
heel.
see him be
All right, there we go.
like
Unanimous
kind
B.
of a thing of for soloing. He's not good. It's you want to have a teammate who's going to actually clear mines for you,
mines,
and
yes.
other than that, you'll be good.
You'll be good. Yeah. So which prestige for Raynor? Anything except the first one?
Just P0.
Oh, no prestige. Okay, that works too. I think that's what Lila used. Let's move
Yes.
on. Stet Boy, where do we have him?
Zerglings are great because they could just eat mines to the face and live because they just get to have a hardened shield on their health bar. Do note that if you just completely sprint into a minefield and face check it, you still can lose the Zerglings to spider mines because like if 4 spider mines hit in rapid succession, or if you're not in green zone, then that will kill your Zerglings.
Oh no, you have to remake a Zergling.
But-
Oh no.
Oh no. Well, it's more like you would lose 20 or 30 Zerglings,
Something
but
like
it's
that.
still kind of oh no anyways.
Fourth of them come back.
Yeah, half of them come back. And by the way, Gary could just solo the entire map and clear mines. So Zerglings are just there to face check mines to make Gary's life more convenient. Your missile defense is not good.
That's his one weakness. So
Wait, didn't we get a change that
the Igorb no
point defense
longer
missiles now work?
they no longer go through the point defense
It was
drones.
even worse.
Oh, okay, never mind. He's terrible. Right,
Yeah.
we decided to change him to be terrible for some reason because.
What do you mean? The
having
reason he's
command
OP.
speed-
What do you mean some reason? That's the whole point. He's OP.
So we decided to make another guy arbitrarily bad to missile command specifically. That's awful. Just whatever.
So
I'm
where do you
not
have
gonna
him?
start ranting here.
Where do you have him?
C, I guess.
C for one weakness.
Missiles are okay. That one weakness translates into 1, he's terrible at defending ships if point defense drones happen to wander by at the wrong time, and 2, he has a decent chance of just losing the mission outright because all your
What do
structures have been
point
destroyed.
defense
That's a
drone-
lose condition.
What do point defense drones do against ultralisks?
The problem is the fact that you have to use Gary. Gary is your clearing on mines, and remember, mines slow the mission down. So that means more of being forced to rely on Gary. But Gary's unreliable.
All right. How about you, Twotuuu? Where do you have him?
Oh, I think he's really good.
Right?
He's not S.
Yeah.
So the only issue for missile command is the best bet is to pay attention to the missile, to the nukes and fly Gary. Like ignore whatever you're doing. You fly and you Igor the missile from the back. And the rest of the time you have 10 extra drones repairing your spore crawlers and stuff in your bases. And then I use Ultra Corruptor. So if corruptors happen to be near a missile, you press the E ability and you use it
Cluster
and you kill a
bombs.
nuke.
Yeah.
So yeah, and because you're spreading satellites, you're gonna have vision of where you can see the nukes, but you can fly to pretty much anywhere and kill the nukes before it gets too close to your stuff.
Yeah.
The hardest part is to stay on top of nukes. Everything else he's good. So I put him in A.
What do you think, Sticksbender?
Wait,
He's also
hold on. Does the point defense drones shoot down just Gary's attacks, or does it also shoot down the Egorbs?
No, Igor kills the point defense drones. It just stops his regular attack.
Okay. So it just stops his regular attack. That should be fine.
He can still repair the missiles.
He still has repair. I guess he could. I don't know. I'm not convinced he's better than Alarak and Kerrigan even still then, but
Really?
Really.
yeah, really.
I think the stat zone
Well,
alone
He's
is.
Aaron.
Repair is good, I guess. I mean, you can go in A, I suppose.
All right.
I personally would rather literally anyone from B tier over Stetmann, but
Anyone from B tier? Okay.
maybe not Jimmy, but
Probably not Jimmy. I think he's still pretty solid for an A because he just has so much going for him. Excellent mine clearing, excellent chip defense. A little spotty on the mine defense or the missile defense rather, but I think it's fine. He can still repair the stuff. So anyway, we recommend second prestige as always, right? You can go for the third prestige if you don't want to be slowed down outside the stat zone, so you can chase the missiles or the nuke missiles, right?
yeah,
All right.
good. And then your ultras will be slightly better since you're already using those anyways.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on. Stukov, where do we have him?
Stukov. His mind clearing is inhumane. Like you just infest structure and you kill a lot of the stuff, but you need like detectors to clear off the rest. He's
Yeah.
actually kind of slow.
Kind of slow, yeah.
Later on, you'll have bunkers. If I suggest using P1. I don't think you should use P3 for this one. I use P1. You put bunkers around, and you're like Raynor. You don't worry about the nukes. And then for the mines, you clear with infest structure mostly. And tank plus the overseer.
Yeah.
And then for ships, you use the same tanks to defend, and diamondbacks as well. I put him in B, but I'm not. I think he can be A. But I put him in B first.
Okay, how about you, Sticksbender?
Yeah, I'd say A makes sense. I think P3 is fine if you want to do that, but the biggest draw is that, yeah, defending the ships with P3 is a little sketchy. Just because of, how effectively all your bunkers are at home and the river is walking towards the ship, and it's kind of like you're attacking into the ship at the same time as Amon's infested are attacking into the ship, and that's a little awkward. But it does work. But yeah, probably P1 is a little bit more consistent for defending the ships. P3 is still, as always, easier to use. Either way, yeah, missiles are defended by bunkers either way, regardless of whether you're using P3 or not. If you're using P3, you'll need more bunkers to defend against the missiles, but that's okay because you're literally P3, so you are making like all the bunkers.
All the infested
so
shippers.
as a result,
you think more A?
Yeah, I think I'd lean towards A. Yeah.
Are you okay with A too?
Yeah.
All right, I had him in B, but both of you guys had him in A, so let's put him in A. Swann, where do we have him?
Wow, that's another hard one. Yeah, he has extremely good missile defense. He has really good mag mine clearing, pretty okay rest of the mines clearing. At least all his units actually outrange, aside from Hellbats, assuming you're making units, which you're making some units, mostly buildings. Yeah, I would say Swann is S.
Okay, how about you, Twotuuu?
His mag mine clearing is pretty bad. Not mag mine. Widow mine clearing. But the Minesweeper mine clearing is not really good. Everything else is good, so I put him in A.
Are you gonna make a case for S, Sticksbender?
I think the thing is I think that with his actual Widow mine clearing, it's not that terrible. You do basically have to get out science vessels reasonably quickly because just placing down missile turrets to detect the mines is only really feasible for the early game if you want to get early mine clearing. But once you get those science vessels, literally just a pair of science vessels just floating around, letting the laser drill clear mines is great. Whatever units you go for, if you go for a Hercules full of tanks, then that will very thoroughly and very quickly clear mines if you have the science vessels to do it. As for the mag mines, the reason that we're saying he's good at clearing mag mines is because floating factory just face checks the mag mines and survives as long as you get the building self repair. So cool.
Not too many though.
Yeah, not too many. Don't go if its health gets too low, you just give it a moment to recover. To be honest, it can also dodge mines. Like it is entirely possible to dodge mag mines with the flying factory. But the reason you're using it is because it could survive most of the mines face checking it and be fine.
Okay, so Twotuuu, are you convinced?
I don't know if the vessels they tend to fly they tend to like
Yeah, they
move.
don't have an auto attack, so if you don't control them, they will stray into Widow Mines.
Yeah.
Yeah, they like to. Oh no, something got tickled, and then they're gonna try to heal it, and then it
Like-
walks too close or something because you forgot to press H.
I just think they're
Well,
closer
to be fair, the something that got tickled has to first go into Mag-Mine or Widow Mine range before the
That's
Science
true.
Vessel follows them into Widow Mine range. But yes, I can see him being only A on the basis of Science Vessel control being annoying.
All right. I also had an A, by the way. Are any prestige here works, right? Or do we want the heavy
Yeah.
weapons? Because the pulse cat and conscript are very good at clearing mines, but the slow attack might be better overall for the mission itself. But then you have a siege tanks for that, so
Yeah.
I guess it doesn't really
Yeah,
matter
you-
which prestige. Just go with
You don't
what you
need
like.
siege tanks to defend ships. You can defend ships with turrets.
Yeah, even turrets. Okay. Let's
Turrets
move
are
on.
Strong.
Let's move on. Tychus, where do we have him?
Tychus, Sirius clears all the mines pretty easily, and then Tychus, once you clear, he clears it pretty quickly too, because the health, like Lone Wolf buff as well, helps a lot.
Yeah.
You just throw a bunch of turrets, clear mag mines, then throw another one, clear the spider mines. Then once the path is, you do that like 2-3 times, then the path to a ship is cleared, and then Tychus stands there, and then the ship dies. I mean, the ship is defended. The ship is defended. Then you can, like, if you're in trouble, you drop an Odin, and then he stands there, nuke stuff. You can also nuke a whole area or something, like every 4 minutes if you use that. Nuke an entire ship area. You don't need a lot of gear because the enemies aren't stronger, so you can build like a long line of auto turrets, and then you just defend your expo or your main against later missiles.
Yeah.
I put him in S, but not strongly.
Yeah, I can see that. How about you, Sticksbender?
Sorry, how did you say you were clearing? Just Sirius, right?
Sirius. He's
Yeah,
seriously
we're
good.
just using Sirius. Okay, yeah. Sirius should be able to handle basically everything. And yes, your auto turrets are in fact
Detectors.
hit scan. Hit scan is the more important thing.
Ah, right,
like,
right. For the missiles.
For the constructed auto turrets to deal with the missiles. Exactly. So yeah, construct a bunch of auto turrets at home, and Tychus plus Sirius basically handles things. If you want a little bit of extra health in your life, getting a Nikara so that you don't have to worry about, like, because the problem with Tychus healerless is that you're often trying to nuke waves with your grenade or whatever before they get to hit you. With the constant trickle of infested, you're probably going to actually take some hits, so having a healer is nice.
So you're not using the second prestige?
I would say probably not. You can use the second prestige, but I don't think that's the best option for this map because
Okay.
defending the ship. No one outlaw is particularly excels at defending the ships with Lone Wolf. So
You can have two of them.
even though you can,
At a decent
well, okay,
distance.
I guess you could argue there's an argument for Sirius excelling by himself, but he's already the mine clearing guy. So yeah,
All
you
right.
can use Lone Wolf. I would not personally.
All right.
You make a triangle.
Yeah, you can
What?
do that.
You make a
You space them apart so that they will still
You
have
can
the
make a
lone wolf
triangle,
buff.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Either
So,
way, yeah, you only really should need 3 outlaws total. Either way.
Do you
whatever
agree
you're
with
doing.
S?
I think S is fine.
All right. I had originally an A, but yeah, I figured that S makes a lot of sense. So let's put him in S. Vorazun, where do we have him? Oh, by the way, before we move into Vorazun, can't Blaze with his hardened shields upgrade just run through the mines?
Yes.
All
That
right.
does
By
require
the time
not
you
be
get
using
it, you
P2,
should have
but
cleared
yes.
the map.
That's true though. That's true. It's just a funny option that you can possibly do. All right, Vorazun, where do we have him?
So you have an invisible unit that is a detector and can shoot mines. Wow, isn't that convenient?
Quite convenient.
I would say you probably are going to actually legitimately want to mass oracles and corsairs. That is
Unironically.
the style of Vorazun I think you'd want to go for here.
Yes.
For defending the ships, the enemy sends relatively little detection. So if you have your massive cloaked fleet and you make a cloak wall as extra bonus points, then yeah, that plus disruptive web from Corsairs and stasis ward. Keep in mind, you can actually solo like most of the ships with just Corsairs technically if you really want to, because disruptive web will prevent the infested from actually hitting the
shooting,
ship. So
yeah.
if you just keep a constant blanket of disruptive web down,
And
it's,
shoot out the Banshees.
micro intensive to make it consistent. But the point is, because your Corsairs are that good at suppressing the infested, if you actually have a blob of Oracle Corsair and you actually are
You
killing the
theoretically
infested,
can.
the the disruptive webs will basically it's like your backup plan is to do what could have been the former plan if you were able to depend on your micro, right? Like
Basically,
you've got a
disabling
plan
cloud.
B that's good enough to be a plan A is basically what I'm saying.
Kind of. All right. So letter.
I think she can be probably A. She stands out as better than the B commanders.
Okay. How about you, Twotuuu?
This is one I haven't done, but I can imagine how it would be done. So it's basically Oracle Corsair. Then the thing is though, if you P3 of course, you're gonna want like P3 clear an entire area. Then you come in with your Dark Pylon and then build a lot of cyber cores to wall off and then defend it. And later on, if that area after the ship is gone, if that area dies, then it dies. Like you don't care. So it's like free missile suction.
All right.
I'm not sure, like, because if the time stop like runs out and you didn't clear enough, don't mag mines not trigger during time stop?
I think they.
Yes, that is correct.
Trigger, yeah, they trigger.
They don't trigger. So it's like
I mean-
if you're not in the right place or something, then you might get ganged up on and lose a lot of stuff.
The
Although you have a
age-old
second
tip:
life.
have a Dark Pylon control grouped in your base. It can recall instantly. You just have to select it fast enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can just get out of jail free.
I would say for this map that the Corsair Oracle stretch should be the top priority, not Dark Templar, because you don't actually need to fight.
Yeah.
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 Oh yeah, you can also
A-
spam stasis wards with your oracles too, which will just
Yeah.
added padding in front of the ship as the infested are stuck on other infested that are in stasis.
Yeah. Okay.
A,
So A.
I guess A is fine. She's
Alright.
good against all of those. And you just have to be careful when you use time stop and when it runs out.
I would.
Oh yeah, and remember to leave some Corsairs at home to defend against missiles.
I would put an asterisk on the A, like an A star. Not because I don't think it's A. I kind of see where you're coming from. It's just not what people more normally do in regular brutal. So Zeus put a star just to make people watch that section of how to actually do it as Vorazun. Let's move on.
You
Zagara.
should learn Oracle Corsair if you haven't tried it because it's
Yeah.
pretty good.
It's pretty good. You should learn it. Zagara, where do we have him?
Oh, you might be surprised, or maybe not. She sucks against all of them. She's really bad against missile command. She's not very good against Minesweeper because you have to spend all your energy on Hydralisk and Baneling Barrage, but you also have to like be careful of your Overseer because if you siege and then you have to dodge a mag mine, then you might lose it.
Yeah.
Mainly missile command later, and she sucks on this map against the ships.
Yes.
So that's another thing. She can't really use building walls because building walls will attract nukes, and she can't take care of them. I put her in F. I think she's gonna game over if your ally doesn't defend you. You're gonna game over. And
How did we get this in one try?
because we know what we're doing. I know what I was doing, but I don't expect everyone to know what to do.
I kind of felt like I was just flailing around and we kind of won. I have no idea how. Okay, how about you, Sticksbender?
Yeah, F sounds about right for Zagara. Who were you doing with Zagara? Was it Zagara plus Artanis?
Yeah, Zagara
Yes.
Artanis. Well,
Oh,
yeah.
boy.
I mean, I did go for a non Archship Commandant, so Zagara had Garden Shell, for whatever that was worth. But this
That was
Yeah.
really helpful.
Yeah.
If it weren't for that, mine clearing would have been much worse.
there we go.
Yes. Oh gosh.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's unanimous F. I had it in D, but both of you say F. And besides, I didn't have anyone lower than D, but both of you said F, so let's put it in F. Zeratul, where do I have him?
Canon exists.
Canon,
is
good.
strong.
All right. How about you, Twotuuu?
Yeah, you have to mine because there's missile command.
Yes.
So
You have to mind.
that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Just monoliths
your
and,
cannons get really strong. Monoliths are hit scan and
The
and
there's
shield
not much
guards.
detection.
Shield guards are hit scan. All right.
Add
Yeah.
shield guards. They're hit scan and they can reshield your base, which
Alright.
is double good for defending against missiles.
S tier. There we go. Is there anyone double S?
Probably not.
All right.
Probably not.
Who's top of A?
Top of A?
Oh,
or
sorry, top of S.
Yes.
Zeratul.
Zeratul.
Oh, I was gonna say Nova.
I was gonna say Nova too. Like,
What?
I think Nova.
Zeratul. What?
Ah,
You
yeah,
don't you put enough
Zeratul.
cannons.
I
You don't even have to look
see.
back.
I see the case
Yeah,
for
I
either.
think I'd side with Zeratul.
All right, let's put
actually,
Zeratul
yeah.
top of S, and then Nova, right?
Yeah, then Nova.
And then
Yes.
Karax.
Karax, then Tychus.
Oh wait, actually maybe Tychus, because Tychus has
Tychus.
more pushing power. Maybe Tychus before Karax.
Easier pushing, yeah. I'd say Tychus above Karax.
Yeah, alright.
Alright, Tychus and Karax. Who's top of A?
I'd say Swann.
Swann.
Okay.
He's an S candidate for a
Who was
reason.
an S candidate?
The only reason he's not an S is because microing science vessels can be irritating.
Alright, and then Stetboy?
Probably Mengsk.
Arcturus?
Yeah.
Yeah, mind defense.
Actually, maybe
pretty good.
Vorazun. It might be Vorazun next.
Vorazun?
Yeah. Oracle Corsair is in fact very good here.
What do you think, Twotuuu? They agree with Vorazun?
Vorazun. So not having to worry about missiles is big, though.
Yes.
Because Stetmann is really good against everything, but he has to be on top of the missiles,
Yes.
or else you're in trouble.
Yes.
I mean, you already know I'm going to be opposed to Stetmann being anywhere but the bottom, but, you know, I comfortably think all four of the other people in A are like better than Stetmann.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Stetmann is just so good at
Everything else.
3 of the 4 things. Or no, 2 of the 3 things. Yeah, he's so good at it. He's just like not that good at missile command, but he's not. It's not that he has no answers though. So I put him above Mengsk, not above.
Is Vorazun above both of those guys?
Yes.
All right, so Vorazun second.
I would personally vastly prefer Mengsk over Stukov even, honestly. I think ESO clearing is really good, and obviously his bunkers defend against missile command, and ship defense is just a lot easier for Mengsk than for Stukov.
I just feel a little sketchy about the mine clearing using Earth splitters because they do take time to shoot and they might
take time to shoot.
Leave gaps.
Yes, but it's.
I guess you can drop bunkers, which are also immune
also
to
do that.
mines, or the widow mines, spider mines.
You need detection.
You do need detection.
You do need detection. You want
I would-
detection either way. And remember, you have the second longest vision radius detector after Zeratul. Except,
blimp.
unlike Zeratul, you don't have a time gate of getting a third artifact for that. You just, as soon as you have a starport, you can make it, and it has that detection radius.
Get the Donnie ship.
Yeah, the Donnie ship, while in siege mode, it has detection over the entire AoE ring around it. It has detection over that whole area
The
while sieged
indoctrination
up,
zone.
which is a huge AoE for its detection, which means you can see the mines. Also, you can see widow mines even without detection, but that's besides the point. Like, I'm just been assuming that, like, people are blind and can't see that.
Okay, I'll just call it a tie. I really like Stetboy because he passively buffs his ally.
Yeah.
And he's really excellent at everything else.
Yeah.
Alright, let's
he
call it a
is.
tie. Stukov at the bottom of A. Who's top of B? Alarak was an A candidate, right?
Alarak is, yeah. Alarak is good.
And then Raynor?
Kerrigan's pretty close.
Oh, Kerrigan's pretty close? Okay.
Kerrigan's better.
Okay, so it's correctly ordered. Alarak, Kerrigan, Raynor. Alright, who's top of C?
Is it Abathur or Fenix?
Yeah, Abathur or Phoenix.
I would say Abathur.
What was that primal scream, Sticksbender?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, okay. Abathur's fine. I'm not really like attached to either of them as being better. They're both similar.
Let's call it a tie.
like,
It's fine. Use whoever you prefer. Dahaka or Haran Horner?
Definitely Dahaka.
Definitely Dahaka.
Dahaka.
Alright.
Yes.
Okay. So do we have synergies of B or lower who might be better than a singular S guy or better than Karax? I think Raynor and Haran Horner.
What?
Raynor and Haran
What?
Horner.
Why?
Haran Horner cleared the mines. Raynor does everything else.
Han and Horner aren't good at clearing mines either.
Alright, so
They're both terrible at clearing mines.
Raynor and Artanis. There we go. Raynor and Artanis.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because he gives Guardian Shell.
And
Because
also,
Guardian Shell, and because Dragoons are okay at clearing. Like, Dragoons and Observers is
yeah,
pretty
Dragoons are
decent
okay
mine
at
clearing.
clearing mines.
I don't think.
And
I don't know that
Observers,
you're making Karax level. You know, well,
yeah. Observers will save Raynor a lot of mule energy.
Yeah. I'd say, I mean, if we're doing B and lower, if we want to be confident they're going to be better than S,
2B guy.
like together, Jimmy and Kerrigan.
There we go. That's also correct.
There we go.
But
Kerrigan has bad missile defense, but she's got great ship defense. She's got great clearing. If you aren't using P1, then you have worms to just conjure detection everywhere and like solve the detection problem. If you are using P1, you're gonna have to use overseers, which are less good than worms. But then Jimmy's got turbo creep. And have you seen how fast his stuff fires on turbo creep? Have you seen what happens if you put Jimmy tanks on turbo creep? It's
Turbo
kind
creep.
of silly. Turbo creep is better for Jimmy than it will ever be for Kerrigan. It's kind of funny. Like Kerrigan, Jimmy has way better synergy with P1 Kerrigan than Kerrigan does.
Okay,
So
I'm not
yeah,
sure. I'm not sure if this
Kerrigan,
is
there's some synergy.
I'm not sure if this is synergy or not, but I would also I would at least give it an honorable mention. Kerrigan and Abathur, because Abathur would also get Omega Worms, which are pretty nice.
Yeah.
It's pretty nice.
Hey, then you can use P1 Kerrigan and have Omega Worms. You can.
There we go.
Your cake can have it too.
There we go. All right, I think that's pretty much it. Dahaka and Abathur.
They're both bad at missiles. They're both bad at missiles. So.
Oh well, I guess I'll do it for a tier list this week. It's already pretty long anyway. Guys, watch Twotuuu and Sticksbender's channels. I will link them down below. I'll see you guys next time.